Chapo. All I wanna be is El Chapo.
Okay. Hello, friends. It's Chapo, Tuesday, May 31st. I hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Summer is truly here. It's Felix's birthday today, so birthday boy is taking the day off to celebrate his ascension to godhood. But it's me, Matt, and Chris on today's show. And, to kick things off this week, it's a little unfortunate that Felix, our money manager, and business, a business guru and lifestyle coach, isn't here to answer these questions. But I'm kicking off today's show with some hard truths. Basically, like we need to do like a status check on our business mindset, because I found out something this weekend that's shaken me to my core and really led to a lot of questions about how we're managing our finances and just our general business mindset for the show. I'm putting you guys on the spot right now, but like these questions need to be asked and someone has to be held responsible. So here it goes. Gentlemen, can any of you explain to me why we did not get a PPP loan from the government during COVID to keep doing the podcast?
Because we are bag fumblers. That's why.
Fucking
It's a huge bungle. It is a huge bungle on our parts.
What a fucking bungle. I
didn't think it would be possible. It's like, well, why would a podcast? How could a podcast possibly need fucking payroll supports when it requires no in-person office work of any kind? It's basically no overhead. But even if I'd known that podcasters were eligible, I probably foolishly would have thought, well, no, these are loans. We might have to pay them back. Like a fucking Stugats over here, thinking that would possibly happen. This giant slush fund for every fucking boat ownership scumbag and connected fucking small business crook in this country. That fucking PPP loan, that is some Brezhnev level shit. That is just good old fashioned crony capitalism at its finest.
Well, what the fuck, man? Like, why don't we have any good cronies here? How come no one told me that there were cronies giving out $52,000 in free money to keep doing a podcast during COVID? How the fuck did we not get $52,000 in free money?
I would.
How
like
is that not
to
aware?
think
They were just giving it. Can we still get it? Can we still apply for these loans?
I'd like to think that it's because we just spoke too many truths. And we were too hardcore, and that all the fat cats in Washington all hate us. They all have our pictures on their dartboard. And yeah, I'll just go with that to dry my tears. The only guy we possibly could have had as a connect was Matthew Lesko, and it's our own fault for not getting in touch with him.
Is he still alive? We should try to get him on the show.
I would love to. Oh my god, I would love to interview Matthew Lesko. That's actually a great idea.
Multiple stories about people being in coffee shops and restaurants and turning around and seeing him, and yes, he's always wearing the suit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has several suits. He's got all different colors.
But there's all question marks, which is what he's not the Riddler, though. In fact, he's the opposite of the Riddler. He's giving you answers. He's telling you, like, here's this book that gives all the answers to how to get money from the government. It's not how to get money from the government.
The suit should be covered in periods because he's just giving statements of fact.
Period. What I always, for a while, I just kind of like Mandela affected. No, it's dollar signs. The suit's got dollar signs on it because that just intuitively made sense. He's giving you free money from the government. He should have dollar signs on his suit. But no, it's question marks. And apparently he's got a car with question marks. So
that's so cool.
That's also him.
That's so cool. I'm looking at a photo of Matthew Lesko right now, and yes, indeed, it is all question marks on the suit.
Wow.
And he's got a look of sort of wild anticipation and surprise for all the free money he's about to give you. So here's this. So riddle me this. How the fuck did the Mueller She Wrote podcast get $52,000 in free money, and we're sitting here with our dicks in our hands?
Well, I mean, the Mueller She Wrote lady is apparently connected to the deep state. That's what I hear. Not kidding. Like she's a quote unquote veteran. Her like family is like in a Northern Virginia style family, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I really don't know anything about her, but I have seen everywhere that her biography is listed. It always has the phrase has worked for high-level federal
Yeah.
agencies. It's like something very
Exactly.
specific but very vague.
Yeah, it's like top men.
Top-level position in a federal agency.
Yeah.
Do not ask any further questions.
I believe someone who looked into it, I think Alex found out that it was actually just the VA. I think she works for the VA.
Oh
This
man,
is-
that's not fun.
Yeah, that's not,
Boring.
that's not what I was hoping for.
Well,
But-
She
still,
did
even
get
if
all
you
of her student loans zeroed out too.
Yeah, she had 76 grand. I mean, this all came about because she was berating people who were like, "Oh, like why don't you tell the victims of the Buffalo and Texas shootings that you're not going to vote for the Democrats because they won't, they only gave you 10,000 in student loan relief." She got $76,000 in student loan relief and 52 grand in free money to quote make payroll for her fucking podcast. How is that possible?
this is a real inside you, there are two wolves situation, because you're in that position. You find yourself running a semi-popular podcast based off of something that has become irrelevant 4 years ago. And you find yourself with this slush fund of free money from the government. You can then either choose to become Matthew Lesko or shame people on the internet for not voting hard enough for the Democrats. It's like this is the origin story of a hero and a villain, and the hero in this situation would be a Lesko type,
The one who wants to bring it to the people.
Yes, exactly.
People need to know.
Yes.
I think the thing that really triggered people more even than just the, at this point, bog standard complaining was this absolutely hallucinatory version of the 2000 election when gay people refused to vote because the Democrats weren't fully on board with gay marriage, and that's what led to Bush defeating Gore
And 9/11.
and 9/11 and the war in Iraq. So she blamed the gays on for the Iraq war, which that's impressive, especially since, I'm sorry, I'm an old man. I have vague enough memories to know that there was gay marriage was not on the agenda. The whole thing about the 2000 election is that there were no issues. It was like, what do we do with Social Security? Do we put it in an epic lockbox, or do we do tax cuts? That was the entirety of the 2000 election. It was only after that, like the real culture war exploded.
2004 was the gay marriage election.
Yeah, 2004 was the gay marriage election, and just to be able to look backward with perfect delusional clarity and just make any election about whatever specific narrow point you want it to make, it really does remind you why it's talking about politics is so popular for people, because it has absolutely no rigor whatsoever. I mean, why are we here? Because of that very fact.
Yeah, I don't know enough about sports.
Anything. You can say anything, and there's no way you can be proven right or wrong. You're either going to be, if people disagree with you, it doesn't matter so long as there is some group of people who they hear it and it hits their ear and it sounds right and it confirms other things that they already believe, and so they're going to decide that you have some insight. It's amazing. It's the greatest racket there is, and now you can also get free government money for it. Amazing. But that does show we're at the end of the day we're not operating at maximum grift capacity. We could be doing a lot better. I'm just like, I'm just thinking about that $52,000.
I'm trying to imagine what we would spend it on. Get vintage Sennheiser microphones for everyone, solid state amplifiers. Of course, I would just hoard all this equipment because we all live in different places now, so it would be all useless. And there would be no way that anybody would figure it out how to work it without me.
I would like to pay. I would like to use the money for one of those billboard trucks, like to sort of drive around broadcasting a message. Yeah, like, I mean, think of the good we could have done for the anti-circumcision cause was $52,000 in free money.
You get the $50,000 in taxpayer money, and then we buy one billboard on the beltway around DC that just says, "This is your tax money at work, Chapo Trap House."
It's a giant billboard. Chapo Trap House docs Taylor Lorenz. Chapo Trap House docs libs of TikTok and Taylor Lorenz. This is now currently the national debt. just like a totally incomprehensible message to anyone. It's like, we'll buy a billboard about libs of TikTok, Taylor Lorenz, a national debt clock counter, and an anti-circumcision message all in one, right on the beltway. Everyone in DC has to know about it. Yeah, we're getting the word out.
We could do like a God's plan video type deal Where you just hand the money out to people. Or turn it into David Buster's cards and then hand out the David Buster's cards. So like
Yes.
it's not even really money. You can't even use it unless you want to go play a video game while shit faced.
We used to like a God's Plan music video, but we're just like handing out racks of cash only to like already wealthy hipsters in Brooklyn and Dimes Square.
Yes,
Manhattan.
yeah.
We're just like going into clandestino and just giving people thousands of dollars, and they're like,
Yep. They've earned it.
yeah, but whatever, it's free money.
Free money.
It's free money.
It's free money.
Free money from the government.
Free money to pay your bills.
The ones who know about the programs are the ones who get the money.
I mean, that's why she got it. She was placed in top level organizations. She knew about the programs. How would we even have gone up? Like, was there
wait,
a site to go to?
I knew about the
know.
PPP program. I just assumed like, well, there's no fucking way like they would ever give like me money for this shit. I mean, like, I have a job with no overhead and no employees. Like, what the fuck? And that anyone can do from home. It just, if anything, podcasts are the only business that should have been excluded from the PPP because, like, fucking, like, it's the only business that not only wasn't affected by COVID, but in fact was our bottom line was greatly juiced by everyone having to stay inside and lose their minds at the same time.
Next year, the government's going to give out over $350 billion, and those who know about the programs are the ones who get the money.
All right. Well, moving on from our just absolutely boneheaded bungling of money and ignorance of the free programs that the government provides for entrepreneurs.